Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to how to start your own server for beginners. This is going to be quite a long video recording, so if you guys want to skip and learn specific things, there will be timestamps in the description down below. If you guys have any questions, you feel free to leave them in the comments down below, or you guys can just join my Discord. It will be in the description down below as well. And then I can assist you guys on a one-on-one. Then yeah, so like I said, if you guys have any questions, feel free to jump on the Discord and pop me a message, or even leave a comment down below, and I'll try and get back to you guys as soon as possible. So yeah, without any further ado, I'm gonna jump straight to it. So first focus is going to be on how to customize your server and how it looks. So when I talk about how it looks is, if you open up Fivem and people join, this is what they would see. They would see your server name. In this case, my server name is new server, and a small description about your server. And they'll see a logo as well, and the slots. I'll explain to you guys the slots and so on a bit later on. And just to, so what we want to try and do is, if you click for instance on this one, you guys would see a premiums RP 2.0, and you see guys, you see all this fancy fonts and stuff. I'll show you guys it as well, how to get this subscriptions. But for now, let's go back to our server. So we want to just give it a better look than this, because this is basically just the start, the basic look. Right, so what we need to do is, let me just close this up. You need to open up your server folder. We're going to go to txdata, call framework, and I'm going to click on server. So this is your server folder file. And you guys might be apologies guys, I'm doing this recording late at night, so I might stumble over my words or so on. But anyway, yours might look different compared to mine. All right, the main thing is this here. We're going to look at this. This is where we want to look at, and this is the amount of people or amount of slots. This is the maximum of people that can join your server. Obviously, there's servers that can add to 200 and whatever the case may be. But yeah, like I said, we'll get to this a bit later. So for now, the first thing we want to do is we want to make sure that when people open up their Fivems, they can at least see a picture of your server or some nice descriptions. Okay, so I'm just going to open this up again. Where's the Fivem? We're going to minimize that, open up Fivem quickly. Okay, so for now, we just want to change this. So if people have a look at this, they can see a bit of nicer detail, as you guys can see here. There's nice pictures and so on. All right. So first things first. So here you've got the license key would be different in your guys' case. Mine is not private. I just change it because I don't want to give my license away. So host name. The host name is new server, and I've changed it to free for everyone. Here, as you guys can see, we just say new server. And there we go. An advanced Fivem RP framework including. So what I did was I just say new server free for everyone, and including jobs, gangs, houses, and more. So this will be this description here. So what I did was I just removed an advanced Fivem RP framework. Right. once that's done, you guys can just say file and then save. All right. Okay, so once you've saved it, guys, let's just close this up as well. We're gonna go back to, you can open up your txadmin. If you guys don't know how to open up this, if you haven't watched my previous videos, please do, guys. So I've made a bookmark of my txadmin. You click on it, you log in, you put in your login details and your password, and this will be your txadmin dashboard. We're gonna get to the we'll get to the txadmin part a bit later. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna click on restart server, continue. So this is just, so anything that you do while your server is online, if you make any changes, you need to restart your server after you've made your changes. All right, server is restarted. Let's open up Fivem. Okay, so you guys see that it still hasn't changed. So what you need to do is you close up your Fivem, you open up your main server folder, and then what I normally do is if I don't see any changes, I would just close this up. Never mind that, guys. And then I'll start my server from scratch. Server. All right. So now we know. Just log in back again. So you guys can see I need to log in a bit again. Okay, I'm logged in. Server's up and running. All right. Just minimize this. Open up Fivem. Right. So let's say you guys don't see this. You don't see your server here. I always like to keep it as a favorite. You guys can always just click on this, connect to whatever stands there. This is my connection on my PC. So as you guys can see, their new server, including jobs, gangs, housing, and more. Previously, it was a bit longer than this. We'll change a picture just after this. So what we're gonna do is, so we've done that. So close this up again. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna search for any picture. Let's just search for gaming pictures. All right, images. Let's see. Let's just choose any. Let's just choose this one. Okay. Just gonna open new tab. Save this image. Desktop save. And then I'm gonna close this up. All right, guys. So for all the stuff that I'll mention, if there's any links, the links will be in the description down below. So I would definitely suggest that you guys download paint.net. Again, I'll leave the link to in the description down below. All right, so you open up paint.net and then you go to your server folder. You guys can click on this. You guys can see that's your picture. All right, so what I do is, sometimes the pictures in your server folder has a certain size and dimensions and so on. So what I love to do is take the original one, which is this one, and just drag it into paint.net, open up. All right, and then this is a picture that we've downloaded. Put it next to it, open up. All right, so we're gonna Control A, copy, Control V. All right, so this is, guys, this is very, very important. Do not change the dimension of this picture. So what we're going to do is we're going to say keep canvas size, and then we're going to make this picture smaller. So we're going to make it so small for it to fit into that box. go. One back. You guys can see. You need file, save as. You're gonna click on that picture. Make sure it's PNG and save. Replace. So now you guys know that the dimensions is exactly the same. If you guys change this dimension, the chances of your picture changing on your server might not even show. Okay, let's close it up. And the other thing to remember, guys, is once you work on, especially on your server and your logo, this is like your main files for your server. I would suggest you just close your whole server completely. So we're gonna close it completely, and then we're gonna start the server up again. All right, server's running, and then we're gonna have to log in again. Right, we logged in. Let's minimize, and then open up Fivem. Okay, so now you guys can see my picture hasn't changed. Right. So let's try this again. So what we need to do is let's close it up. Go to server folder, txdata, here we go, framework, my logo. Okay, so my logo is showing there, but it's not showing in my Fivem. You guys are with me. This picture's not showing there. All right. So let's close everything again. And then we open up your server folder. Okay. So you guys would see, yeah, load server icon, my logo.png. See, that is my logo.png. So the name is exactly the same. All right. You guys are with me still? So everything is working 100%. So the next thing we're going to try and do now is we're going to close this up again. Close our server, refresh a few times. And just to make sure, so what we're going to do is open this up again. And then we're going to go to paint.net. Drag this over, open. And you guys can see dimensions are still the same. See, dimensions are still the same. All right. And then we're going to go back to XM. We're going to stop that. Open up your server. So guys, this is trial and error. Sometimes it can be the size. Sometimes it's just the logo giving issues. All right, so we're gonna refresh this a few times, close this up, and let's start this again. Okay, minimize. Then we're gonna go to the server file. Okay, it's running. Minimize 5M. And there you go, guys. It's showing now. So, like I said, sometimes you just need to close everything, refresh, and so on. Okay, so now we've got this part sorted out. We've got our picture, we've got our server name showing there, we've got the small description showing there as well. Just make sure to favorite it. Okay. I think that's it for this part. So the next part we're going to be looking at is your slots. Um, so to explain this briefly, you guys would see there's sometimes other servers where they have custom clothing. So for you to have that custom clothing, you need to purchase a subscription that will allow you to use the custom clothing. But there is a way of getting it for free. And that is you need to change the slot to 10. If you will change it to more, if you want to change it 48 people, you will have the original GTA 5 clothing menu. And when I mean clothing menu, I mean the original clothes that's in GTA 5. But let's say you want to add some Nikes, Adidas, even some bulletproof armor, anything that you can get from the internet that's not the original clothing of GTA 5, you're gonna have to change this. It's just called streaming clothes. So for you to stream those clothes, you need to change your slots. And if you change your slot for you to have the free subscription, you need to change this to 10. If you want to keep it at 48 and you still want to stream those Nikes or whatever clothing brand you want to put in, whether it's shoes, hair, from hair to shoes to clothes to sometimes tattoos, all those things require you to have a subscription, unless, like I said, it changes to 10. All right, so for you guys to, let's say you want to keep this at 48 and you still want to stream the different clothes, then let me show you guys how to purchase the subscription to stream these clothes. All right, guys, so what you guys need to do is, if you want to join if you want to have a subscription to stream all those clothes, what you need to do is, and this is actually a nice thing as well, guys see all these things here on top. This will get you guys sorted out, but for now let's go fivem.net, and this will be your bread and your butter. So GitHub is where you can get a lot of scripts and mods, and so on. This is where you can get the help from other developers and so on. And then, so yeah, I would urge you guys to just read through this and see all these things. So like I said, there we go, streaming. As you can see there, custom cars, maps, weapons, and so on. But you can put in custom cars and so on. But for your clothing, like I said, your clothing, your hair, your tattoos, and some of those things, you need to have a subscription. And I will put this link in the description down below. This is now where you can get all your stream custom clothes, access to Element Club, and you see all these things. This is what you need to pay annually, and you subscribe to that. So if you purchase one of these subscriptions, your guys' servers will be able to do all these things. Custom fancy colors, you'll have this Element Club logo here, you've got this upvote, and so basically this is guys with all these fancy fonts and so on, they've paid for this subscription. Okay, so I've made that clear. But since we're trying to keep this whole server as a free server, well, for developers, we're trying to make this as free as possible. What you need to do is you're going to open up your server folder, you're going to open up your server file, and then you're going to change this SSV max clients to 10, and this will allow you to stream custom clothes and so on. Right, so for the sake of the video, I'm going to change mine to 10. I'm going to hit file, I'm going to hit save. All right, to restart your server. All right, so let's do this. Let's see if we can just restart the server. Will it change the numbers? Right, so you guys can see the numbers is still 48. Like I said previously, the best thing to do is then to rather close the whole server and restart it from scratch. There we go. Server is up. Open up Fivem. You guys can see. Okay, so let's just open up that quickly. Just a fun fact, guys. Fun fact. Small resources. This is everything that's running in your server. So whatever you add will pop up here. So just for interesting sake. And obviously the players will show you as well. So for now, let's connect. All right, just fly in. That's fairly simple. If your map doesn't look like this, if you guys see something that's a bit different, in my previous videos, I've actually, if you guys go to the beginning, I'll show you how to get all these things. Anyway, so the most important thing you guys need to remember as admin is you can do anything. So I've set my keybinds to, so if I press F11, you've got my admin menu. Go backspace. If I press F2, you have my txadmin menu. And this is just, you'll be able to see how many players are online. You'll be able to teleport to wherever you want to. Or you can just use no clip mode and you can move around. But I would suggest you guys play around with all these settings and so on. I'm not going to explain everything, how it works and so on and so on. Okay, no clip. So we've got that. So you've got your txadmin as F2 and you've got F11 as your admin menu. So let's say your keybinds are not the same as mine. You're going to press T, you're going to say / and then you're going to say txadmin, and that menu will pop up. Right. Again, T / admin and enter, and then you'll get your admin menu. So let's see, let's just spawn vehicle so we can just have something to drive around with. Okay, so now T / job, let me just check. So I am a law enforcement, a chief in duty. So let's say we've got someone that's joining the city and he wants to be part of EMS. So what you need to do is you're going to say T / ID. You guys can see my ID is 2 now. Okay. If I'm still not sure, txadmin and tab. You guys can see there my ID is now number 2. All right. So this is what we're going to do. So I want to be, well, there's a player that wants to be part of EMS. So what you're going to need to do is you're going to say T / setjob. You guys can see it's already showing up there. Then you hit space, you get the player's ID. Obviously there's no other players in the server, so I'm going to use my ID. My ID is 2. I'm going to hit space, and the job that I want is EMS, so that's going to be ambulance. And the grade that I want is 4, which is the highest grade, and I hit enter. And now you can ask that person, or you can check for yourself. We're going to say T / job, enter. You guys can see there, job EMS grade chief, duty is true. So if you're not sure what to type in or what role to give a person, there is a different way of finding it out, and I'm going to show you guys how to. So let's just close this up. Good. You're going to open up your server folder, tx data, QB framework, resources, and you're going to go to QB. So this is your main scripts and stuff for Fivem. So the main thing is QB core. So we're going to go to QB core, we're going to go to shared, and here's everything that's in the city: your weapons, your vehicles, your locations, your jobs, your gangs, your items that you add. And just to show you guys, there's all your items, your weapons, guns, I mean your joints, your cool ring. But this is for another video. I'm not going to go in straight into that, so just close this up quickly, minimize. So now we're going to go to jobs. All right, but your, as we call it, your whitelisted jobs, like your police, your ambulance, your real estate, taxi, and so on, here they are. Okay, so for you to give someone the law enforcement job, this is what you need to type in, like I said. So what you need to do is insert it, remember it's T / give set job space the person's ID number, which is 2 space, and then you're going to type in police. If it's not going to be police and it's going to be a real estate agent, you're going to type it exactly like that. Ambulance. If it's a mechanic, let me just, okay, I'm not going to say that. It's a mechanic, you're going to put in mechanic as is, and that is for the LS customs. If it's for the other LS customs, you're going to say mechanic 2, mechanic 3, and so on and so forth. Right, again guys, if you need more training on this, more details on this, you guys are free to leave me a comment down below. I'll try and make a video on a specific job, on a specific script. I'll do that for you guys, or you guys can just join my Discord and I can assist you guys there. So I'm not going to save this. So I hope you guys, so far you guys are with me. Recap. So I've showed you guys how to edit your server files, how to change your look of your Fivem, how to give it a bit of a description, and so on. I show you guys a bit of the admin powers, and I show you guys the subscription to the Fivem community. I showed you guys how to give roles, jobs, and I think for this video, or for this tutorial, I think I'll stop it right there. And then if there's anything more you guys would want to see, please guys, like I said, don't forget to drop me a comment down below, or even easier, join my Discord. And in any case, I do have people that has joined Discord, that has requested for some videos, for instance this video that I'm making now. And instead of just giving, let's say for example you asking me how to do the mechanic thing in the Discord, I will still upload that explanation, that video on YouTube, so that the rest of the community can get access to that as well. So yeah guys, if you enjoyed this guys, please do give me a thumbs up. If you haven't done so yet guys, please do subscribe to my channel. But most important guys, please do share this to your friends, your family members, your gaming community. You never know who's out there that needs a bit of help creating their own server. Again guys, it's been a pleasure showing you guys how I create my server, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.